Cultural appropriation. Let's talk about it. It's one of the most controversial topics that we have in our society today, right? Especially when we talk about members of a dominant culture appropriate from disadvantaged minority cultures. Well, everybody, we're about to get into that today. And we're about to see how relevant it is to have this cultural appropriation of ours. Now, for those of you who don't know what cultural appropriation is, basically it's the adoption of an element or elements of one culture or identity by members of another culture or identity. So let me just give you some examples of what I mean. Intellectual property, artifacts, dance, clothing and fashion, language, music, food, religious symbols, right? If you're a person that is participating in all of these things that I just named, and you're not of that culture, then that means you are culturally appropriating another culture, and it's wrong to the public, right? But however, to me, it's some bullshit. Excuse my language, but yeah, it's totally crappy to be sitting up there worrying about what someone else is doing. And if the people of that culture hasn't said anything to that individual, why should you have a problem with it? See, in our society, we focus too much on being politically correct, right? We always want to put so much emphasis on trying to do what we can to not hurt someone's feelings, right? And to a certain degree, I believe in being politically correct, but I don't believe in policing people so much when it comes to things such as culture appropriation. I remember someone said that Adele, the singer from UK, she was culturally appropriating Brazilian culture, I believe, right? I believe that's what they said she was doing. She was appropriating what looked like somebody that's in a carnival outfit, or from what it looks like, culture appropriating some Jamaican carnival dance, right? Because I'm looking at her bra and it looks Jamaican, but the way how she looks, it kind of reminds me of a Brazilian feel. But at any rate, people would be upset with her over that, right? And they were, even though you have white Brazilians and white Jamaicans, you know. But I digress on that part. Now, basically, you know, when it comes to cultural appropriation, people don't want you to do certain activities or dress the part of another culture that's not yours. So when it comes to, for example, a white person with braids or dreadlocks, right? You would say that's cultural appropriation, right? However, those same people who said that, they would tell me as a black person, and I've been told this plenty of time, because I have dreadlocks, and they'll tell me, I need to cut that bull crap off my head. I was told that a lot. I was told that by my uncles. They told me things like, you should cut that mop top off your head because that's not what white folks like. right? And the ridiculousness of it's just the fact that people don't look at these simple things. For one, a person might be really enjoying or really admire a culture so much to where it's like they want to participate in the events and maybe a little bit in how they dress, right? Now, I admit there is a such thing as going overboard, where people do try too hard to be a part of a culture and they want to try to dress traditional when they really don't have to, right? But on the other hand, we've gotten too far. I mean, we've gone too far with shaming people for being a part of a culture where they feel they found a place in. So if a person is speaking Spanish, right, and they may not be from a Spanish-speaking country, you want to automatically say they're appropriating Latino culture, not knowing that that person could have majored in Spanish in college, not knowing that that person probably uses Spanish every day as a part of their job, not knowing that that person probably worked and or studied overseas in a Spanish-speaking country and had to learn Spanish. I myself, I'm a Spanish speaker. I'm also a martial artist. I've practiced various different martial arts that originated from different countries. Vietnamese martial art known as 𝙎𝙊𝘿𝘾, karate and kendo, which are both Japanese, taekwondo, which is South Korean. So because I'm not Asian, and I'm not from any of those countries, would that be me appropriating Asian culture? I also used to practice capoeira, an Afro-Brazilian martial art, but because I'm not Afro-Brazilian, does that mean that I'm also culturally appropriating Brazilian culture? Let's go deeper for a second. I mean, if I decide that I want to eat pizza, which is an Italian-American cuisine, right? So because I'm not Italian-American, if I eat pizza, does that mean I'm culturally appropriating? So that means that everything we do, especially as Americans, because we're a melting pot of other cultures, right? That means everybody in America is culturally appropriating when you think about it. I mean, hell, if you go to a Mexican restaurant and you eat you a taco or you eat you a burrito and you're not of Mexican heritage, you ought to put the damn taco down. Put down the damn refried beans, because that's cultural appropriation. I mean, there's a difference between someone copying something and mocking somebody, along with someone who really just has admiration and respect for that culture. And as I said, yeah, you do have it to where people go over the top and they try too hard to be a part of a different culture. But that does not take away from what they're trying to do. It does not take away from them trying to show respect and show how much they love that culture. So that's my take on cultural appropriation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. This is your boy Ras Tien. Listen, like, share, and subscribe, okay? okay? And if there's any other topics you want me to talk about, just let me know in a comment down below. Make sure you follow your boy on Instagram. Love, peace, and coconut grease. I'll holla.